What's up and welcome back to the shop. On today's episode, we're going to be cutting out the rusted floorboards on our Datsun 280Z. Alright, the old rusty floorboards have been removed and cut out, and it's time to prep the new floorboards for installation. Now the new floorboards are in bare metal, so we're going to take the time now to go ahead and give it a good orbital sand with some 80 grit sandpaper and prep it for paint before we install it. So right now in Georgia, it's a little bit cold. We are in the winter time, so one thing we have to pay particular attention to is keeping the metal temperature at or above 65 degrees for 24 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and spray our 2-part epoxy primer on this thing and throw it in our powder coating oven to sit overnight. So it is the next day and we've let our freshly painted floorboards sit in our powder coating oven overnight at about 90-95 degrees so they can completely dry and cure, and now they're ready to install. Alright, well that's got all the inside spot welded. Let's get to the undercarriage and stitch weld all of those seams. the underside is stitch welded, time to install those seat mounts. Well guys, that's going to wrap up today's project. We got all of our spot welds inside, completed on the passenger side floor pan. We went ahead and stitch welded the underside and got all those welds wrapped up as well, and we even had time to go ahead and install the seat rails. The next thing we're going to be doing is going ahead and scuffing up all of those welds that we made today, putting another coat of epoxy primer on, and then putting on some seam sealer and putting another coat of epoxy on top of the seam sealer. So if all this looks pretty ugly right now, don't worry, we're going to make it real pretty in the coming episodes. The next thing we're going to be doing on this project is fabbing up a subframe connector to mount from our existing front frame rails all the way to our rear subframe. So if you want to see that, that's going to be coming up in another episode. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button, smash the like button, because this project is just as much fun for me doing it as it is, I'm sure, for you watching it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and until next time, thanks for watching.